Everyone has a dream. Mine is to reach 1 million shards. What do I have to do to reach 1 million shards? Think about it. Think about how far it will go. I have to sell the vampire cape that I've been trying so hard to get. Although it is difficult for me to sell, I feel a little more comfortable because I have 2 of them. Well, now that I sold the vampire cape, I have 31,000 realm tokens booked. Yes, what I am going to do now may seem a little crazy to you, but I am sure it will be worth it. Can you guess correctly? I will buy 1000 goblin hideouts maps. Even though it seems a little meaningless, it is more than enough for me to achieve my goal. So let's start buying. Last one. And yes, I finally got 1000 maps. To reach 1 million shards, I plan to complete as many goblin hideout maps as I can and breaking eyeball in jars for reaching 1 million shards. It will be a very challenging goal, but I believe I can achieve it. Let's start. By the way, I also reset my shards for this challenge. So we will rise from 0 together. I would like to say that I started the first day very fast, but since I came home from work, I could only finish 20 maps. But you know what they say, a little at a time makes a lake. By the end of the first day, I had almost 30,000 shards. I know it's not enough. I need to be more determined to reach 1 million shards. On the second day, I continued with goblin hideouts while making eyeball in jar. I was only able to complete 20 maps on day 2. Due to my busy schedule, I couldn't get into the game much, but I got almost 60,000 shards, and I was able to complete a total of 40 maps, 960 remaining. On day 3, I was able to catch up with my pace. Since I had some rest and had energy, I focused on finishing the goblin hideouts quickly. I would immediately finish 10 maps, rest and finish 10 maps again, like a robot. Time was passing quickly. After a certain time I started to get bored. Doing something over and over again is very boring. After a while I began to lose sight of the emerald ores that were before my eyes. I completed 50 maps on the third day, making a total of 90 maps. I have a total of 127,000 shards. But what I want to point out here is that I also completed daily quests and got shards from there. We've reached day 4. Today I finished the goblin maps one by one as if I had no life. I was slaughtering goblins mercilessly, collecting ores, completing dungeons and obtaining shards. Excluding the Halloween event, I broke my dungeon record. I completed a total of 70 goblin hideouts. After 4 days, I had a total of 226,000 shards. Crazy, right? On the 5th day, I continued with the goblin hideouts again, and doing 20 to 30 maps a day has become a routine. I was getting more and more used to goblin maps and started to become a pro. And it took me less time to finish the dungeons.
ashes.
I was able to complete a total of 23 maps. And I got a total of 261,000 shards. 1/3 of the way is left behind. The quests I complete every day are very helpful to me. They give me almost the same reward as 2 maps. I couldn't do much on day 6. I only completed 17 maps. I quit because I was so bored. I had a total of 288,000 shards by the end of day 6. My progress has slowed down a bit. On the 7th day, I pushed myself a little more. Since there were only 2 methods that gave me good shards in the game, my progress was starting to get a little boring. I think different things need to come in the future to gain more shards. By the end of day 7, I had reached a total of 350,000 shards. Don't worry, I'll show you the orc count when I've used up all the maps. We've reached the end of the first episode. What do you think of my progress? Don't forget to let me know in the comments. If you'd like to see the series continue, I'd appreciate a like and a subscription. Bye bye.